Good morning, Mr. Pradeep. Today we are going to present you the topic of the Sports Direct case study. Beforehand, allow me to introduce myself first. My name is Feng Jun Kang.
My name is Eleanor.
First, take a look at the discussion topic. First, we would like to identify the problem first, and then followed by the market overview in order to set a corporate objective and to see what kind of corporate strategy we are actually apply in order to overcome the problem. Finally, to give you an overview about the consumer. Well, the problem that we identify is the stagnancy in the market growth. The market is driven by the brands have successfully branched out to mitigate the buying power of consumer. Most importantly, these major players have exclusivity in terms of product and pricing, and they are eroding the market share. And furthermore, products are highly substituted unless innovation is introduced. With high price sensitivity, consumer has no reason to shift the brand but focus on the price value only. These are the example of a rivalries that eroding the market share. Okay, although an optimal CAGR is a forecasted, however, we hardly see a tremendous growth compared with the past 5 years' result. Well, apple to apple, as a wholesaler, although we are predominating the market with two major competitors, however, other fragmented sectors or wholesalers are gradually eroding the market as well. Most importantly, the reason behind is due to the shifting on the consumer trends in terms of the price consciousness, the changing of taste, and the seamless shopping experience. This is driven by the technology. Next, I would like to pass it to Eleanor to outline what is the corporate objective.
Thank you, David. Based on his market overview before this, I would like to talk about the corporate objective. First would be our expansion in the most profitable market. As what David has explained before, the UK market is of oversaturation. This is why I would like to focus on the other markets, which is the Asia Pacific and also Latin America. You can see here, based on the charts and the figures, that Asia Pacific, they have an expected big growth in the activewear industry. They have an expected growth to generate value of billions by the year 2020. And for Latin America, because football is such a strong and beloved culture in Latin America, they are actually already worth $11 billion in 2013. And this industry is just going to grow and grow more and more by $3 billion in 2018. And you can see that it's actually growing year by year and by year. I would like to go on a more focal point, which is China right now. China, which is representing the Asia Pacific region. As you can see here, that their actually year-on-year growth is actually doing very healthy and they're very well. There's also many opportunities to develop this activewear industry because the CAGR is of more than 20% in China, and is actually expected to hit of billions revenue by the year 2025. And you can see actually that the purchasing power in China is actually shifting from traditional luxurious goods to the Western trend. They're actually following more trends from the Western world, like the athleisure trend, which is athletic wears that are worn not only for exercise but on a day-to-day basis. Our objective in China is to actually open up 130 stores. But because Sports Direct is of very minimal reputation in China and not many have heard of, we would actually like to collaborate with IT80, one of China's biggest giant retail chain stores, and operate a store within a store concept. Next, I would like to focus on Mexico for the Latin America region. As you can see here for the numbers, 71% of Mexicans actually are actually into the activewear trend, compared to only 50% in the US market. And you can see here that actually the athleisure trend is growing more and more as we expect, more than we expected in the Mexican market. You can see that 82% actually wear activewear other than for the purpose of exercising, compared to 90% in the United States. And this is actually a very promising market because the market is projected to grow of another 33% by the year 2030. And our objective in the Mexican market, because Mexican market is such a new market for Sports Direct and is such a new market to penetrate into, we would like to actually start slow and open 10 brick and mortar stores by 2020. Our second corporate objective would be to collaborate with, to expand based on collaboration with consumer trend. As you can see that the most favorable trend right now in the world is Adidas and Nike. Why is Adidas top in the world? This is because they have actually collaborated with world famous artists like Kanye West to produce his own shoe line called Yeezys. As you can see here, the resale report here of Yeezys is actually more than $1,000 US, and that is actually 10 times the price of the actual original retail price of Yeezys. And because of Kanye West, because of famous artists like Kanye West, they have actually been the most liked brand by consumers in 2016. The third and final corporate objective would be to expand our product line. As I've mentioned before, the athleisure trend is catching more and more in various regions, and is actually growing more and more in terms of revenue. And you can see that the revenue of the trend for athleisure is actually getting more and more popular than denim, which is an old-fashioned trend. And you can see that more and more retail stores, Forever 21, JCPenney, they're actually retailing athleisure wear and pricing it at a very profitable price, and therefore has made it a very profitable market. You can see that the projection for global active wear sales by Morgan Stanley is expected to grow of more than $350 billion by the year 2020. Next, I would like to hand it over to David.
The corporate strategy will be focused on the evolvement. The business needs to evolve within 4 areas along with consumer taste and the market trend locally and globally. Optimally, the growth of the global industry is contributing a favorable landscape for sport-related investment. However, foreign investment must prudently invest due to diverse changes of consumer taste and sport trend, as well as a fast-paced shifting of the technology trend. Well, in order to mitigate the worrisome caused by macroeconomic factors of UK, joint venture and strategic alliances with potential businesses are able to minimize the risk in investment and to reduce the collision of cultural differences of that particular market. Well, in China, the focus will be an evolving lifestyle that shapes the demand of athleisure that trend in the global market currently. From competition perspective, technology is the game changer to whole industry. Therefore, by joint venture, we would like to expand and to enhance the portfolio by collaborating with the business in China, and with the access into the R&D lab and the data, we would like to invest in the product innovation to improve the quality of the products. Well, to summarize it, the strategy will be focused on the market and product development. In Mexico, the focus in the Mexico market is targeting to extend the offerings by featuring buy more, pay less. Also, Mexico will be the focus, will be the field of the business diversification to a manufacturer of the sports goods with their expertise in the fabric and the fiber production. Finally, the trading hub network is granting opportunities to export and import our produced goods to and from home markets and other prospect markets. Therefore, the partnership will be focused on the expansion of the distribution network and collaborate with the local manufacturers. We would like to acquire the techniques and the technology to become an apparel manufacturer. Well, in conclusion, we are eyeing to produce locally but to sell globally in order to reposition our brand and product. In business market, we are envisioning to be a player in apparel manufacturing sector with innovative technology and material with the support from R&D in China. Well, moving forward, the strategy shall blueprint to evolve the business along with the shifting of consumer and the market trends in order to sustain the growth of the business. Next, I would like to conclude it by inviting Eleanor to explain the customer overview.
I would like to explain on the consumer overview right now. Who are the major competitors of the market right now? Decathlon and JD is actually involved in a very major market share in the sports industry in the United Kingdom. And therefore, based on our reviews and research before that, we would like to say that Sports Direct's current positioning right now is of low quality and low price. But based on our objectives and strategies before this, we would really want to shift Sports Direct to our future positioning, which is going to be high quality but also affordable price, and in the same almost the same category as JD, Nike, and Adidas and Under Armour. And here we would like to conclude our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.